items to look at, so. So now the challenge is to come up with a plan that is going to function and work, that takes care of all of the potential issues that are out there, and how do we get it done in a quick manner when we know it's going to take some man hours to dig each of those up.
Any other comments, questions on that? Okay. I think next up on our agenda, we have the discussion of the minority employment reports, but since Austin's not here, perhaps we'll just, do you have some? Oh, we'll get to the change orders or next. Yep. It's a little just confusing on this one, but yes. Those are on, I guess, in the report for this month's meeting. They can be viewed online and we can discuss those when he's here to follow up with questions or to answer questions for us.
Well, no,
Oh,
I would advise looking online. Don't look them at your paper. I tried doing that on Friday and about lost my mind. So please go online and take a look at them. And I apologize again, Austin was going to be here to talk about it. And I have the same problem with PJ, our manager for the project has had a number of health issues, and he was not able to join us again this evening, so.
Yeah, there are extensive.
So we'll extend that to the next meeting, but they're very extensive.
So then we can move ahead to the discussion and approval of the change orders for ITB 2022-008 County Plaza Renovation Project. This is numbers 61, 62, 63, and 64. If you want to just talk us through all those, and then we'll take them together.
Great. So 61 is to repair some of the drain lines on the lower level garage. We just had our discussion about the upper level. These are the ones at the lower level. Again, we've taken a look at those. We'll demo the concrete slab, repair the broken line, and then pour back a new concrete slab at that lower level, and that's the $20,216. Change order number 62 is to, this was one that unfortunately we had gotten a little late in February for our board meeting, and then we did not write the change order. Some of the good news is that Brown Russo took off their overhead and profit for this, but they did have to pay associated to take the granite panels down that were falling. They were actually starting to become unadhered from the wall there by the main stair that goes between 1 and 2. So we took that down and we put sheetrock up and painted it. And that is for the 5527. Change order number 3 is the county has requested that the AV be installed through this contract in the boardroom. And that change order is for $143,588 to get all the fixtures into the boardroom. And then change order number 64 is some additional millwork and for room 301, which I believe is planning and zoning. Yes, thank you. So planning and zoning wanted some additional casework in their suite, and then some modifications to the millwork that is underneath the stair. And that is the 6234 number.
Doing the order in my head. Let's get a motion to approve and then we can discuss. So moved by Jennifer Locke. A second? Carolyn, any discussion on these?
This is just question Dana, can you just confirm for me? We had planned to take all of our AV equipment, and IT said it's not going to work, right? And that's why we need to do the new AV equipment in the county board room.
That's what I've been informed. So this is from IT. They had a vendor that they were going to work with, and that fell through at the end somehow. So IT presented to Steve and Michelle and I this information from a vendor here in the state. And the way to expedite it is to run it through the project in order to get it done in a timely manner. So I don't know, Steve, if you want to comment.
The primary issue was getting someone to move the equipment. They were interested in selling us new equipment. They were not interested in moving our old equipment. I think MC had found a less expensive vendor, but they had zero track record, and the equipment that they were going to sell us also had zero track record. So this is a company MC was confident could do the job. They are a union shop, which works well with what we're trying to do, and this is what we're going to need to spend to be able to get a good setup. Hopefully, I'm still looking at possibilities. Some other folks coming into Brookins, maybe having the stuff here and leaving it will be an enticement for them to be more interested. But we are where we're at in terms of the equipment needing to be replaced. Yes.
I would also mention that besides the Shields Carter room, county boardroom, this is also equipment for the Putman room adjacent to it. So that if a board meeting needed to expand into Putman, they have TV, audio, sound, as well as there'll be TV in there, audio and camera, so you can conduct 18 or 20 person or less, have kind of a Zoom meeting, closed doors. So it really improves the county's position and ability to do their business.
Any other questions or comments on these? All in favor of the change orders? And any opposed? All right, that passes. Next up is an update on ITB 2023-005, the County Plaza Elevator Renovation Project, also with Bailey Edward Design.
We talked to our contractor this afternoon. We've had a bit of a hiccup last week. We have one primary mechanic, and he was on vacation last week. Apparently, that person is back this week and working, and so hopefully full steam ahead, right? There will be a crane on site, from our understanding, next Thursday, I believe it is, the 12th, to put all the equipment on the roof and then take the old equipment off the roof. And I think the schedule is still to try and get that first one operational before the end of the year.
The other thing that they're still talking about is trying to get a second crew started. The one gentleman who's been away and serving his country is due back either this week or next week, and they would like to assign him and another person sometime in October to try and get one of the public elevators started. So we'll know more soon.
Any questions on the elevators? All right, thank you. Moving on to update ITB 2022-009 Satellite Jail Consolidation, Reef Sec Raid.
Hello. Yeah, filling in for Matt as well. So as far as progress goes, contractors are working through punch list items, working through training and correcting any issues with security systems, whatnot, all the security electronics that are going on. So working through all those systems, making sure that everything's working properly, with the goal of getting that addition part of the building opened up by the end of September.
I don't know if any of you from the board went on today's walk through the jail. I did not, because we, as a board, went through not too long ago, but I'm curious if anybody from the full board ended up going on that. I know they're having another one tomorrow. If you feel like you missed out, just reach out to Captain Vogus and let her know that you would like to attend. Any other questions, comments there? Oh,
I would just add that we're doing extensive training with, both with the officers in terms of access control systems, the doors, automated door system, video, audio around the building, as well as our own physical staff, physical plant staff in the operation of the new equipment. So that's, encompasses basically every facet of the building. That's mechanical and operational. So it also includes the locks, doors operations, et cetera. So we're kind of the first line to keep things going over there. So that's all ongoing, and then Kerry is very hopeful. They're targeting the first week in October to populate the first half and open up what would be Pod B in the original jail, so that we can start back in there and get busy. So most of that's, it's access control updates, video updates, as well as we are trying to get pricing for painting the entire interior of the building and doing some flooring work. And then if we can, what we'd like to do from the physical plant shop is update the plumbing. It's takes a lot of abuse, and we need to update a lot of things around regarding the plumbing of the building, both showers, toilets, sinks, so forth. So, and then the challenge will be trying to work with various companies and trying to do that, because the equipment that we'll be using and the access that we need is unfortunately inside those areas. It's not along an outside corridor like the new one has. So trying to juggle all that together and make sure that we've done in a timely manner will be the biggest issue.
any other questions, comments there? Okay. I don't know if it's the same thing on here. We have the PJ Her, sorry, I can't talk, minority employment reports. But because we're just filling in, that's also just part of the file. I would suggest taking a look at it online, and we can address any questions or concerns in there. I'd say reach out to Dana or myself if you had anything you wanted to talk to us about. We can get that covered. So then discussion and approval of change orders for ITB 2022-009 Satellite Jail Consolidation Project. This is change orders number 60 and 61. Can I get a motion for those? Beth, and seconded by Carolyn. Discussion on those. If you want to take us through them, we can.
Sure. Change order 60 is for adding some doors to the Med ISO rooms. This is for some added privacy for the toilet and shower area. That dollar amount is $6,457.50. Change order 61 is a not to exceed price for adding rock in the exterior egress fenced area over top of the existing grade. They're going to track time and materials for that work, and then anything that doesn't meet this number will issue another deductive change order in the future. That total is $32,602.50.
questions on those or comments? No? Okay. So all in favor of change orders 60 and 61? Any opposed? All right, those pass. Thank you. And then we have an update on the courthouse boiler burner replacement project, ITB 2024-003 with GHR Engineering.
Okay, our board approved this last week. I talked to the contractor this morning. We will be getting him the contract tomorrow since we got bonds and insurance this morning. Shop drawings are in progress. He's begun the process of garnering some Act on Energy incentive dollars, which is frankly, it's a process that could drive the completion of the project because you can't buy the burners until Act on Energy says, yeah, okay, you can do it. So that's all good on the burner part. Parallel work has been some retubing of the boilers, which is basically replacing some of the interior pipes that are inside there. That's half done. I expect the other half to be done maybe 7 to 10 days. So all in all, it looks good. Everything's going according to plan. No change orders.
Nice. Looks like this one should be done by the end of next month, too.
We'll try.
Yes, Gene?
Jim, we've had several questions about why we went this direction versus buying new. Would you like to respond to that?
Yes, I would. We actually looked at that in some detail, including getting quotes on what a new boiler would cost, new boilers, plural, would cost. As it turns out, and I don't have those numbers right in front of me, but it was like an order of magnitude more to go that route with no improvement in efficiency. So what we're doing to these existing boilers is, I call it repairing the tea kettle. It's the part that holds the steam in fairly modest pressure. It's only 5 pounds. So we're repairing and upgrading that. That's the tubes I was telling you about. And we're putting a new burner on it. The burner is really the key to efficiency in these things, particularly its ability to function efficiently at low volumes of firing. So there's 2 boilers there. There's always one boiler running in winter, summer, spring, or fall. In the summer, the loads are pretty low. So we really want to be able to, kind of like your car, we want to be able to slow that thing down to match the load that's present at any given time. And we want the efficiency to be as good there as it is when it's all the way full tilt. So the genesis of this burner replacement is really to bring the steam boiler up to pretty much as high of a level of efficiency as you're going to get with steam. We did go to the point of looking at converting the building from steam to hot water, which was really expensive. I mean, of course, when you do that, you lose some of the things that steam gives you, which is the ability to humidify the place. As it turns out, we did that job, the original job back in 2000, so I know quite a bit about it. The concern at the time was all the woodworking and stuff and having that stuff be stable because we have constant relative humidity in the building instead of having it fly back and forth with the seasons. So we think we did a pretty good job examining the alternatives in terms of replace the steam boilers, change the whole thing to hot water, or just upgrade these things to the best that they can be. And we've talked about this before. We can keep fixing the tea kettle part of these boilers forever. I mean, I routinely see these things in schools that have been rebuilt 3 times. If you get 20 years of a rebuild, next 20 years will come back. If they need tubes, you just put new tubes in. Does that answer your question?
Any other questions or comments on that? Mr. Wilson?
You just said 5 pounds of pressure, that's it?
I think they're running it at 5. The boiler's set for 15, but I think they're running it at only 5. It would surprise me if they even ran it at 10.
Wow, okay, thanks.
No, nothing else? All right, well, thank you. I have no other business. What? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't want to spoil your fun. Let me come up with something. There's no presiding officer's report. The next meeting for our facilities committee is October 8th, 2024 at 6:30. Items to be placed on the consent agenda are 6C and G, and we are adjourned at 7:06. Thank you.